Right, I'm going shopping. I'm going to go and buy a full set of golf clubs. Now, this is a full set of golf clubs that caught my attention because it's Callaway set. A full set of Callaway clubs, I think it's a full set, for £500 or around about that price, which is, to put that into context, if you're looking to get a full set of Callaway clubs, the ones that come out like Mavrik, etc., that are brand new, you wouldn't get a lot of change out of probably about two grand, maybe £2,500 for a full set. So for this to be £500 is really intrigued me. So I'm going to go and buy them. I'm going to test them and see what a £500 Callaway set has to offer. So here we are. This is the set I was on about. Callaway EDGE. I've never heard of Callaway EDGE. Easy to hit and designed for distance. It's a 10-piece set. Look at that. It looks like an Epic. It's like a different version of an Epic. You get a driver, a fairway wood, hybrid, 6 irons and a putter. Look at this. Look how good that putter looks. It's a white hot with a super stroke grip. Price wise, it says here it's £400 plus VAT, so it's going to be just under £500, £480. I'm not going to give away the store that I'm in, but you might be able to guess. They are worldwide, these stores. Now, spec-wise, 10.5 regular right-handed. Every single box says 10.5 regular right-handed. So guess what? That's what we're going to get. Look at this, proper box. Look at these. I can't wait to unbox it and see how they look. Right, I'm also, for that price, you don't get a bag. I think I'm going to get a bag. This is £70. So that is £550. Let's go and buy it and see what the Callaway EDGE has to offer. Okay, picked them up, 550 quid. Now, it's a shame, it's just starting to, the sun's just starting to go down. So, I'm probably going to take these golf clubs out on the course tomorrow. Now, as a side note, I'm not going to use these clubs in the future, so I'm going to give them away to somebody watching. Stay tuned to the end of the video to find out how you win the set of Callaway clubs. Right, let's get to the course tomorrow. I'm excited to see what the Callaway EDGE clubs for effectively £550, including a bag, can do. And it would be a shame if I didn't take the Mavrik out as well to test it against it. Right, let's get to the course tomorrow. So it's a new day and we've arrived at the golf course with the Callaway EDGE full set. Now, a couple of things. The price, with them being £500, not for 1 minute am I saying that's cheap, but for a full set of Callaway clubs, that is considerably cheaper than what you would get in the marketplace now of nearly £2,000. I have done videos on sets that are even cheaper than this, but they weren't Callaway clubs. That's what the biggest difference is. I'm going to open them up, find out what's inside, but before I do, let's read a little bit of, this is handy with the box. Oh, it's quite heavy, right. Driver. Oversized titanium head with thin and fast face and low deep center of gravity. It's making all the right words on that. 3-wood aerodynamic head, compact head for the 5 hybrid, and in irons you've got a 6, a 7, an 8, 9 pitching wedge and sand wedge. That's pretty impressive. Large cavity back head positions, blah blah blah, all about forgiveness, and this Odyssey putter. If you didn't know, Odyssey is owned by Callaway, and what I'm fascinated about as well is this super stroke grip. Looks like a really classic design, that. How good does that look? Now, one of the questions I have is, are these real Callaway clubs? Because it kind of makes you think they're not. Let me just see what is actually, oh, here we go. There's a little bit more here in the corner. CallawayGolf.com, thank you for purchasing Callaway clubs. They are from Callaway. Yeah, they're absolutely from Callaway. Now, I think they're exclusive to the store that I bought them from, but they are Callaway golf clubs. Right, let's open them. Let's find out what's inside before taking them out on the golf course. Look at this. Wow, right. It actually comes with a head cover. I didn't expect head covers. that. So there you have it. They look better than I expected them to look. A big positive and something I honestly didn't envision, head covers. And actually really smart head covers as well. So as you've seen, we've got a driver, which looks good. I like the kind of grey finish on it. It's non-adjustable, it's 10.5 degrees, and as you saw in the shop, it's regular shafted, and that's the big issue with a set like this. Obviously, you cannot get custom fit with these clubs. I suppose they'll come in a couple of different options, but that is a good looking driver. The head covers came as a surprise. The irons, 6 down to sand wedge. Again, look good. I love how chrome they are. If someone said to me they cost £800, I'd probably go, okay, yeah, I can't see why I would disagree with that. And then this little beauty. This is incredible. Odyssey Pro 1 white hot putter. I mean, that is as good as you would get. Now, to put some perspective on that as well, if you were to go and get just a white hot putter, you've got to be looking near to £100. I'm impressed with that set. It surprised me how good it looks. A couple of downsides, obviously the loft stops at sand wedge, so you might want a lob wedge option potentially. And it doesn't give you loads of range, like I've got no long irons, but to be fair, I've got a 5 hybrid. But just for playing golf, it does all right. You saw I bought the bag separately, so that wouldn't come normally. That has really impressed me how good they look. So I'm going to take them out on the golf course and give them a test. As I mentioned, they're not fitted for me, so I'm not expecting perfect performance. But are these clubs going to last? Am I going to be able to smash it with driver and they still withstand a proper hit? And if they do perform really well, what's that telling us about Callaway's expensive clubs? Are they just too pricey? Well, let's take them out on the golf course. The Callaway EDGE, the secret set from Callaway, to see if they can actually perform on the course. Okay, clubs are ready to go. I'm going to stick that back in my car. Don't forget, I'm going to give these clubs away. Stay tuned to the end of the video to find out how to enter. And also, I'm going to take this Callaway EDGE driver and compare it to the Callaway Mavrik driver out on the course. Right, let's go. Okay, so I'm going to play a long par 5 with the Callaway clubs. First impressions, this doesn't look like a cheap driver. It doesn't potentially look like a brand new one that's just hit the stores, but it doesn't look cheap. You know, probably Callaway priced this maybe at £250, £300. I'd probably say, yeah, that's about fair. Right, let's give it a hit. As I mentioned, it's got no adjustability. It's 10.5 regular, so I'm going to give it a little bit of leeway on performance, but I'm intrigued just to see how it feels and how it flies. It's got a nice weight to it, but you can feel the head's positioning. And often with, let's say, kind of budgety sets, the shaft often feels very, I don't know, whippy and just a bit inferior product. This doesn't, it feels all right. It is regular, so it's gonna have a little bit of whip. Right, looks good behind the ball. That kind of gray finish reminds me of like an ex-hot driver from in the past. Right, see what this can do. That's all right. It's a little bit up the right-hand side. Made a good noise. It felt good, and in the swing, it felt like I knew where the head positioning was. It's a good start with the driver there. I am intrigued later in the video to test it against the Mavrik. Okay, just short of the bunker, I'm gonna hit this little hybrid. Little 5 hybrid. Same finish as the driver, this kind of gray finish, and a slightly more polished face. I actually quite like the fact that a 5 iron effectively is the hybrid, because again, probably a golfer wants to buy this set doesn't really need a 5 or a 4 iron. Now this isn't the easiest shot. Water left, bunkers up the right, bit of a scrappy lie. Okay, let's see what this can do. I've got away with that. I've hit it on the toe, it started right, but it's in a decent position. I just definitely didn't want to miss left there. Hard to judge how that felt because I hit it very much off-centered, but it was decent on forgiveness. So I'm going to throw one down because I want to give this 3-wood a hit, because then I would have hit all of the woods. Let's see if I can hit this green from here. Oh, it's a scrappy lie, but get on that flag. Go. just short of the flag. It wasn't my best strike, but it kind of doesn't perform any different to a 3-wood that I normally hit. As I mentioned, the shaft just feels maybe a little bit soft for me, but obviously that's just because it's not fitted. After hitting all the 3 woods, and bearing in mind, a new driver from Callaway is like £500. This is a full set, and pretty much nearly including bag is only just over 500 quid. I can't quite see why these are so cheap just yet, or why potentially the other ones, the new ones, are so expensive. That was all right, it did what it needed to do. Okay, so 3rd shot into the par 5, and the first chance I get to hit the irons. I'm gonna hit, that's a pitching wedge. Okay, I'll try and hit a soft pitching wedge. These are so classic Callaway shape. Slightly bigger toe, very, very low in the hosel. They look decent again. Now, whenever I test clubs that are, again, from kind of a budget set, I always feel like the steel shafts always feel a little bit better than the graphite, so I can't imagine this feeling too different. It's not going to be a full one of these, a nice, delicate one. That felt great. It might have to go a little bit. Oh, front edge. Didn't quite get the distance. I have no idea on the lofts of these, by the way. That felt better than expected. I'm looking forward to getting onto the par 3 next to see how those other irons feel. Let's get on the green and test the putter. Okay, so this is where that thinned 3-wood got to. I almost got on the green, which wasn't too bad. And then this is where my actual ball is. Just off the side of the green with a chance for birdie. I am honestly, genuinely excited about testing this putter. I think this so far, without even hitting it, to me is the most, don't get dirty, surprising club in this bag. The White Hot Odyssey. Certainly with the super stroke grip. I just never expected in a million years it to have a proper super stroke grip and a head cover. See if we make birdie with it. Just off the green, slight right to left. Do it. Almost made birdie with the £500 Callaway set. Let's make sure we make par. Nice, right, I'm gonna hit a few putts with it and get a bit more of a feel with this putter. It does feel good though on first hits. You know what, that feels good. It feels just like a normal Odyssey putter. As I mentioned, they're normally about £100 odd just for itself. Yeah, so far that's been my most impressive club in the set. So 1 hole done, 1 par made. Just before I got to the next tee, I thought I'd go onto a website and price up what it would actually cost if I was to go full set of Mavrik clubs, Callaway Mavrik, in almost the same configuration. So driver, 3-wood, irons, etc, etc. Get this, the price that it would cost me to pretty much match it is £1,775. That doesn't include a bag. Now, as I've mentioned a couple of times in this video, this set, including the bag, was £550. There is not £1,200 difference in these two sets. There's just not, I can't see it at all. As much as it's not adjustable, etc., it still works, like the clubs work. Like, is it the fact that those clubs at that price are too expensive? Is it this is almost too cheap? I can't quite get my head around it. For me, it feels like I can't understand how Callaway can justify that price when they can bring out a set at this price. Doesn't kind of make sense. I'm gonna play par 3, 5 shots. Let's see if I can get a hole in one. 140 yards. I'm gonna hit an 8-iron into this green. So 4 shots so far, 3 on the green, 1's missed left. The 3 on the green are right next to each other, but all just a little bit right. Clubs sound good. I just need to get one straight down the neck of the flag this time. Come on, trust it. Well, those 4 golf shots to the right side of the flag on the green are the most 4 consistent golf shots I've ever hit. Feel good, sound good, and 4 out of 5 greens hit. So as I was walking down to the green then and admiring these 4 shots that hit the green in fairness, and one missed slightly left, it got me thinking more, and it made me even more confused. How can Callaway justify a set like this cost 1/3 of the price of, let's say, a full set of Mavrik clubs? It just doesn't make sense. Because yes, granted, you can't get fitted on these clubs, I get that, I understand it, but performance wise, they've done really well. I'm going to hit a few more putts with this putter, and then I've got to test that driver against Mavrik. I'm intrigued, because the Mavrik almost cost the same set price as the full set of clubs. So stay tuned again to win this full set. I think someone deserves these clubs because they're pretty good. Right, let's see if I make some birdies. So here comes the driver test. Callaway Mavrik, the correct shaft for me, the correct loft, fitted, and when it comes out in retail it's £450, all singing, all dancing, versus the Callaway EDGE driver, the driver from this box set. Now, simple maths, the set cost me £480. It's a 10-piece set, so in theory this driver costs £48. It's a tenth of the price of the Mavrik. I'm going to hit on the launch monitor and see how much of a difference there is. You'd expect Mavrik to win on distance all day long, but by how much? A couple of things. Edge is in 10.5 degree regular shaft, as we've talked about already, not custom fit. And there is the tiniest difference in length. The Mavrik is, well, hardly even measurable longer. Let's hit 3 with each and let's see what the numbers say. Okay, Callaway EDGE. 270 was the shortest with the Mavrik. 2.7, nearly 280 was the longest. Let's see what the EDGE can do. It's straight down the middle. Right, the first shot almost beat the shortest from the Mavrik. Okay, last shot. 270 was the shortest, nearly 280 was the longest with Mavrik. This has almost got 270, come on. Oh, a little bit up the right. Oh, not bad. 265. Tell you what, 2 golfers with regular shafts in both, that might have been even more of closer distances. Callaway EDGE, 1/10 of the price of Mavrik, was only a few yards short. That is crazy. You know what? These clubs impress me. The fact that they're 1/3 of the price of a full set of Mavrik clubs, I didn't expect them to be as good as they were. And it makes me confused and question the fact that how can Callaway and other brands justify the ridiculous price of the new stuff when this works just as good? I'm impressed. Guys, to win this, the clubs and the bag, you've got to share this video. Hit share below this video, and there's loads of options that come up. You can text it, WhatsApp it, stick it on Twitter, share it on social media. Once you've done that, take a screenshot, the evidence that you have shared the video, and email it to winricksclubs@gmail.com. And you've also got to be a subscriber to the channel. Winner will be announced soon, and they deserve to go to a good home because they are a very, very decent set of golf clubs.